we'll have to come up here when things are, more.
We've always been extremely close. I depend on her a lot because I am high-functioning autistic, and there were times when she's kept me sane and kept me safe.
And she's always been there for me. When I got cancer in 2012, my sister Jenna, she dropped everything.
She had lost her son. My nephew was like me. He was high-learning autistic, but he got leukemia.
And he fought with everything he had. And finally he asked if he could come home. He didn't want to be in the hospital. He didn't want to die in the hospital.
When I was accepted into the shelter program, Jess was like, you're going to be okay, and I was. It was, I felt safe there, and where I didn't, because I was afraid I was just going to be on the street.
She was the first to come to us, and she had been through some of the most significant trauma I'd ever heard.
I'm still attached to so many of the people there, and they almost become like family.
Jenna coming into our program by herself and being separated from her sister was very difficult. And after a few months, we were able to bring her sister into our program.
How's Diane been treating you?
Diane's awesome.
She's awesome.
She's awesome.
Awesome, that's great.
You can imagine how easy it is.
That's really something that the staff at the Action Center understand, that they have to be a voice that's louder than the chaos.
They're, supportive in a way that I've never had support other than from my sister. So it's almost like they were surrogates.
We fought very hard, and we still fight every day to get out of this. And it is difficult. It takes a lot of resilience. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of getting used to rejections.
You can imagine and I'm trying not to cry, so the things that they've helped me through and put me back on my feet to where we're going to be stable again.
Jenna expresses this drive and motivation that is just exceptional. She understood that there was something else out there for her. She just didn't know where to find it.
I had trained on my other job, but it was a virtual training. So those people are behind the computer. So this has been really cool. I was like, I'm not sure I can get in front of this whole room and talk, but I could, And so it's put me back on my feet.
Jess, Kelly, Diane, all of the people at the shelter that stayed with us at night would stay up with me when I would cry at night and stuff. Everyone here is full of love.
This is downhill just enough to feel like it's pulling me.
Oh, I got you. I got my feet on. I know what it feels like for me to be in the shelter. I can't imagine a child being in the shelter.
Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type all day long. He hears click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo. What's the cow say?
Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo.
When somebody knocks on the door of the Action Center, we know that they're in a point of crisis, that that tipping point has happened. We're here to help them understand what got them to that situation and how we can turn that around.
One of the things that the Action Center tries to understand is that while we will provide the basic human needs, what else is needed to help people reconnect with the vision that they had for their lives?
We are helping people work towards their self-sufficiency. We're helping them get to be more independent in their lives. And that looks different for everybody that comes in. And our help for everybody looks different.
So I get a smelly face.
I've seen grandparents taking care of their kids. I've seen double families who've had to move in together. I've seen individuals who are hardworking, have 2 or 3 jobs, and just can't make it for the month.
We're at a time in our country right now and in our community where the economy is pretty good and unemployment is low. But housing is really expensive, and jobs that are paying a high wage to afford the high rents and high mortgages are not as plentiful as people might think.
There's somebody about 10 feet away from me who is desperate and not knowing what tomorrow will bring.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
That's pretty cool. Thank you.
I think you need
He
got you
doesn't
something.
have a candy yet. Yes, he does. There's one for you and one for Caden. And there's Star Wars.
Yeah.
This is gorgeous. All right, Lovey.
Oh my gosh, here, let's more. Any more? I smell the pepper, do you?
Thank you.
All right, here we go. Can you hold the door for me?
Thank you, baby.
Oh, here's a big one.
Holy shish kebabs, dude. Jeez.
Okay. Good job. Have a good day, you guys.
Everybody says it takes a village, but when you're homeless, it's even more so. I mean, you can't do this alone. You just can't.
So a can opener.
Yes, a can
opener.
opener.
Okay, because you know it's so funny when you get into a place and realize there's that basic thing that's just not there.
I just donated it this morning. It wasn't there.
It wasn't there
Yeah.
before.
The job, and now we've got the little efficiency and soon to have our big apartment. I mean, I couldn't have done any of this without them.
We're just getting to the point to where maybe things will get better. I've been in this chair since 2013. It's a long process. I have to have 5 different surgeries, but we're looking at we're going to starting in June. My sister Jenna, she's willing to take that on. She knows that it's going to be a long recovery.